even if you're the nephew, even if you're the son, even if you're the daughter, even if you're the cousin, the niece, the uncle, or the favorite among the relatives. Even if you sit closest to the king and queen in every gathering, you are nothing if your heart beats for self-gain. This is not your personal kingdom. This is not your inheritance to waste. This is not about your comfort or your illusion of power. This is service. This is duty. This is humanity. You do not gain honor by blood. You gain it by truth. You do not deserve a crown just because you were born near it. Your last name does not excuse your rotten intentions. Your closeness to the throne does not excuse your greed. In fact, it makes your corruption worse, more disgusting, more shameful. Because the closer you are to divine leadership, the more sacred your responsibility becomes. But instead of rising, you chose to exploit. Instead of protecting, you chose to consume. And instead of serving the people, you chose to serve your own damn belly. You walk around with your head high, thinking your connection is your shield. But hear me now. Divine justice is not blind. It sees through you, it knows who you are, and it will not spare you. This is absolute divine monarchy. This is not democracy where you can fake your smile and shake the right hands to get what you want. This is not a circus of elections where deceit wins. This is not a place for manipulators to thrive under disguise. This is sacred ground. This is divine order. This is where evil gets purged even if it hides in royal robes. Your bloodline will not save you. If your hands are dirty, they will be cut. If your words are poisoned, they will be silenced. If your soul is tainted with entitlement and pride, it will be stripped of all dignity. Because in this monarchy, we serve the Creator, not the corrupted. We serve truth, not tradition. We serve humanity, not hidden agendas. So let this be clear. You can be the Queen's child. You can be the King's blood. But if you carry hypocrisy in your heart, if you walk in lies, if you pretend to be righteous while oppressing the weak from the shadows, you are the enemy of this kingdom. And this kingdom doesn't negotiate with enemies. We are not building a legacy of name. We are building a legacy of light. And if your presence casts a shadow, you will be removed. You will be exposed. You will be rejected. This is not about you. This is about the people. This is about divine mission. This is about bringing light to a world buried in deceit, where fake leaders use power for personal gain, where families protect each other in corruption and call it loyalty. That ends here. Let your name fall. Let your pride shatter. Let your lies burn. Because this kingdom is rising, and no one, not even you, will stand in its way. You either serve with clean hands and a pure heart, or you will be forgotten with the rest of the hypocrites. This is not revenge. This is reckoning. This is the absolute divine monarchy. And don't you dare confuse silence with weakness. Just because the real servants of truth have kept quiet for so long doesn't mean we were blind. We were watching. Every manipulation, every favor exchanged behind closed doors, every fake charity done just to polish your image. We saw it. Heaven saw it. And now, enough is enough. This monarchy wasn't built for cowards hiding behind family ties. It wasn't built to protect the rotten core of those who pretend to be holy while stabbing the people in the back. You think just because you stand beside royalty, you're untouchable? You are not. In this divine kingdom, loyalty is not to bloodline, it's to justice. Authority is not inherited. It is earned through righteousness, humility, and sacrifice. And if you're not willing to kneel in service, then you have no place standing in this palace. The king and queen were chosen not for ego, but for divine mission. Not to elevate their kin, but to elevate the world. And if you twist that calling to serve yourself, if you manipulate your position to escape accountability, then you are the traitor. You are the enemy. You are the disgrace that stains the very name you carry. No more tolerance, no more sugarcoating, no more pretending. We're calling it out now, the favoritism, the corruption, the snakes wrapped in gold pretending to be allies of the throne. Let the people see who you truly are. Let the world hear what you whispered behind closed doors. Let your masks fall, because this kingdom doesn't reward proximity, it rewards purity. And the closer you are to divine power, the heavier the judgment when you betray it. You were trusted. You were given privilege. And what did you do? You turned it into poison. You used the light to cast shadows. You hid behind titles to escape your own rot. You should be ashamed. But we know you won't be, because pride and greed have already swallowed your conscience. You still walk with arrogance. You still believe no one can touch you. But divine justice is coming. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Now it won't come with noise. It won't come with warning. It will come like a blade, clean and silent, cutting away everything that pretends to be loyal but serves only itself. And when it comes, your name won't matter. Your relation won't matter. Your fake tears won't matter. Because this is the absolute divine monarchy. And truth always wins here. You think because you shared a meal with the king, your sins are covered? You think because you were hugged by the queen, your motives are suddenly pure? How dare you? How dare you trample the weight of divine duty with your selfish games? You've used the sacred name of this monarchy like a personal shield, thinking it makes you untouchable, thinking no one would dare confront you because of who you're related to. But now the storm is here. And it's not a storm of vengeance. It's a storm of cleansing. It's the hand of divine judgment that doesn't care about titles, closeness, family trees, or status. It only cares about the truth. And the truth is, you are a parasite. You don't serve. You consume. You don't protect. You manipulate. You don't build. You leech. And yet you still dare to speak as if you're righteous. You still parade yourself in front of the people like some noble figure. But they see you now. We see you. Your silence when the weak cried. Your comfort while the hungry begged. Your luxury while others served barefoot in the dirt. What did you do for humanity? What did you sacrifice? Nothing. Because everything you touched, you twisted. Everything you joined, you drained. You were given a chance to represent something holy, and you spat on it. You thought this kingdom was your playground, your inheritance, your platform to rise. But this is not your kingdom. This is not your empire. This is not your throne. This is the throne of truth. And truth doesn't care how many times you smiled in royal photographs. Truth doesn't care how many times you posted prayers online. Truth knows your heart, and it will not be fooled. Now look around. The walls are closing in. The old system of favoritism and secret loyalty is collapsing. No more protection for the fake righteous. No more safety for the snakes. This is not reform. This is reset. And when the reset is done, there will be no space left for the hypocrites who wore crowns in private, but stabbed the public with their silence and greed. You are not special. You are not above judgment. You are not safe. Because absolute divine monarchy does not bend for blood. It stands for truth. It moves for justice. It breathes for humanity. And that you can never fake. Let this shake you. Let it rattle the walls you've built around your pride. Let it tear through the comfort of your illusion. Because what's coming is not a political shift. It's not a change in leadership. It's divine exposure. And the ones who pretended the most will fall the hardest. You dressed in respect, but your heart stinks of entitlement. You spoke words of loyalty, but your actions reeked of betrayal. You thought your last name was your protection. But in this kingdom, names mean nothing without spirit. Your connections mean nothing without compassion. Your place at the table means nothing if you spit in the face of truth. We are not impressed. We are not moved. You are a cautionary tale, a reminder that even those born closest to the flame can still live in darkness. And now, that darkness has nowhere left to hide. Because light is not a suggestion here. Light is law. This monarchy was not born to glorify human beings. It was established to restore divine order, to bring balance to a world consumed by pride, corruption, and hypocrisy. It's not about hierarchy. It's about healing. It's about lifting the broken, protecting the innocent, and honoring the sacred duty of service. So, if you're standing here thinking your relation to the king or queen excuses your apathy, your greed, or your manipulation, think again. You're not only useless, you're a threat, a virus infecting a body built for justice. But every virus gets purged, every rotten branch gets cut, every wolf dressed in sheep's clothing gets hunted, and when that judgment comes down, it won't ask you who your father is. It won't ask you who your cousins are. It won't care how many times you bowed or smiled or prayed. It will only ask, what did you stand for? Who did you serve? And why did you think you were untouchable? If you cannot answer with purity, you will be erased with the others, not out of hate, but out of necessity. Because this is not a club, this is not a business, this is not a family reunion, this is a divine mission. And if you cannot walk with truth, you do not deserve to walk in this kingdom at all. The age of pretending is over. This is the last warning. To every entitled soul who thinks their bloodline is their shield, to every leech who clung to power without ever lifting a finger for the people, to every smiling snake who sat beside the king and queen while plotting their own advantage behind closed doors, your time is up. You thought divine authority was something you could use, something you could twist, something you could exploit for status, for favor, for comfort. But you forgot one thing. Divine power cannot be bought. It cannot be inherited. It cannot be faked. It is earned through fire, through obedience, through sacrifice, through humility. And if you don't carry those, then you carry nothing. This monarchy was never about raising a family above the people. It was about lifting the people above oppression. And if you became part of that oppression, whether by greed, by silence, or by cowardice, you will be stripped. You will be cast out. There is no seat for traitors here. This throne does not recognize false heirs. It does not welcome puppets. It does not serve pride. This is absolute divine monarchy. And it is not here to comfort the arrogant. It is here to awaken the pure. So walk away, you hypocrites. You who wore respect like a costume but spat behind the curtain. You who prayed aloud but betrayed in secret. You who begged for trust only to sell out the truth for your own benefit. We see you now. And what we see will not be forgiven. Not by words, not by tears, not by a desperate plea for mercy after your masks fall. Because this isn't just justice. This is cleansing. And the filth you brought into the house of righteousness will be washed away, even if it means you, yes, you, are removed with it. So go ahead. Cling to your titles. Hold on to your illusions. Pretend a little longer that you matter more than the mission. But remember this, even if you're the son, the daughter, the closest blood to the king and queen, if your heart is corrupted, you are nothing. You are not divine. You are not chosen. You are simply another fallen soul who refused to serve when the world needed you most. This is not personal. This is higher than you. This is for humanity. And humanity will no longer suffer under the weight of your hypocrisy. Now step aside. The real servants are rising.